What is labor time calculation? Labor time calculation is an alternative to capitalism. But what is meant by labor time calculation? Let us imagine a new society. Capitalism has been overcome. Land and means of production belong to everyone. All workers in the factories receive the same remuneration in work tickets. Chana works as a confectioner. Her buddy Kalle is a garbage collector. Both get the same remuneration. It doesn't matter what you've learned and what you do. Gender and origin don't matter either. The working hours are all worth the same. If Chana and Kalle earn differently, it's only because they work different hours. All factories are governed by the workers. The workers meet regularly in factory assemblies. Here, they make all important decisions, for example, about production plans. The production plans show what is needed and how long it takes to produce it. Also, how much material is needed. For the production of 50 cakes, the pastry shop plans 10 hours. The central unit of calculation is working time. This means that all costs are expressed in working time. Each product, thus, has a price in working time. In our new society, the land and the factories belong to everyone. The workers manage the land and the factories on behalf of the whole society. Therefore, there is no more competition. All the factories in an industry organize themselves into cooperative ventures. They meet regularly and exchange information about new technology. They support each other. The factories also calculate the prices of their goods. Since all factories take different amounts of time to produce the goods, an average price is calculated. For example, the average price for 50 cakes is then 10 hours. The average prices charged by factories are the consumer prices. They apply equally to consumption by people and consumption by factories. But how do the cakes and chocolates reach consumers? And how does Chana's confectionery know how much demand there is? Similar to today, there are stores where the factories deliver their products. Chana and her colleagues regularly deliver baked goods to consumer cooperatives. There, the baked goods reach the consumers. The Happy Praline colleagues know exactly what the demand is and keep the pastry shop up to date. Now we know how the prices for baked goods are created and how they reach consumers. But how are they paid for? Kalle has finished work and treats himself to fries with ketchup and mayo. He pays with the work tickets from his garbage collection. The vendor accepts the tickets but voids them. He cannot use them again. The ticket is not money. The ticket only records how much Kalle has worked. Sometimes Kalle also pays via his cell phone. That works too. But all this only works because there is an overall council. Representatives of all the factories sit on the council, including Kalle and the vendor. Issues that affect all the factories are discussed there. One such question is which factory is public and which is productive. Chana's pastry shop belongs to the productive factories. Productive factories produce goods and services that can be obtained in exchange for work tickets. The goods and services of public factories, on the other hand, are freely available. For example, Kalle's garbage collection is a public business. Public factories have to be financed by society. That is why a part of Chana's labor time is deducted. This is done to cover the costs of the public factories. All workers do not receive exactly 1 hour of work credited to their work tickets for 1 hour of work. So what is left for Chana after these deductions from her working hours? The factor of individual consumption, also called the FIC, shows which part of their work the workers get paid for. Let's assume the FIC is 0.5, which means Chana gets work tickets for 4 hours for a workday of 8 hours. The FIC is always between 0 and 1. At a value of 1, consumers have to pay for all goods and services. At a value of 0, everything is freely available. Public accounting registers the entire circulation of means of production, raw materials, and labor. It does this for both productive and public factories. In this way, the whole of society keeps track of the economic cycle. The public accounting only records. It has no political power. Public accounting approves the plans of operations. This is done on a factual basis. The only thing that matters is whether a factory has complied with its plans so far. Let's summarize. The labor time calculation is a democratic planned economy. It combines the advantages of decentralized and centralized planning. Labor time calculation presumes that the work resources belong to everyone. It provides a transparent picture of all economic processes. Exploitation is prevented. The labor time calculation also presupposes that society is organized in councils. The workers manage themselves. A state is no longer needed. All decisions are made by society on a rational and ethical basis. If every working hour counts the same, then patriarchy and racism can finally be overcome through labor time calculation. Anti-racist and feminist struggles get a common economic basis through labor time calculation. Even though we have achieved this economic foundation, the struggles must continue.